Hi everyone, it is Lindsay and welcome back to Rented Space. If you haven't been here before, thank you very much for joining me. And if you have, well, welcome back. I live with my husband and our 3 adult children on our rented 1 acre property in the mid-north coast of New South Wales. So we are a subtropical area, and I'm just doing a couple of chores around the garden today, and I thought I'd bring you with me. One of them is I need to mulch my strawberry bed. I have just given it a good water because, in all honesty, you all know how to water. You don't need to watch that. So I have given it a good water. We are expecting a heat wave, and we've had a lot of flooding this year. So pretty much all the straw and hay that we would normally be able to get is not available because it was destroyed in the floods. And then on top of that, whatever was left was obviously kept for food. So I have sort of been using the lawn cuttings and things like that. And anyway, we've been able to get, I've gone and bought some sugarcane mulch, and I am using that to bunker down my strawberries so that they're not completely fried during this next week of heat wave. So we are expecting anything from 38 up to 42, I believe, but we'll see how it goes. Anyway, I just thought while I'm doing this, I will bring you along. Now, my strawberries last year were taken out when we very first moved here. So we moved here November last year. So we're going on 13 months. It is the end. It's the 20th of December. Now, we did have, not long after we moved here, so it was basically a house and that was it. There was no trees, there's 2 water tanks, the house, there's nothing else. So when we moved on, we've put on a chicken coop, we've put, with the owner's permission and help, we've put the chicken coop up, we've fully fenced the yard now, and we do have now some structure for windbreak. But when we first moved in, no windbreak. We're kind of up on, we're on a corner block, but kind of up, if that makes sense. So when the wind travels through here and we're not far from the river, it means that it comes through and it's pretty violent. So during the floods and the big storms, my Mr. Stacky pots, which were down and I had somewhat tried to put somewhere safe, they still got smashed by the wind and they went out. Now, by the time I got home, most of them had died. I was able to keep some of them, but like I said, most died. I was like, well, until we get more infrastructure and a bit more wind block, we're going to just have to have my strawberries into an actual garden bed. So I built out of recycled tin that I got from the tip shop. I put in soil, and we made like a makeshift garden bed at the end of the chicken coop, which also helps to give the chickens a little bit of protection as well. So they've now got wind, like a wind break there. It also gives them a bit of shade in their run, and then we also have put some tin around the outside as well, because again, I want my chickens to have that windbreak as well. So in the garden bed, I planted some self-grown passionfruit vines, which a couple of them have taken off okay. One went well and then died in the got really messed up in the storm, and then I've had to plant a few more babies. I got some more strawberries from shops like Bunnings or the local nurseries, but I also was able to buy some from local who had excess in the garden, so I was able to buy some runners from them. Now, I have basically been kind of pulling my strawberries pretty quick off the vine until this point because I wanted the runners to grow. I figured I could sacrifice strawberries this year to ensure that I had more plants so that next year I had an abundant crop. But I am now starting to let some of those strawberries seed and flower, so there is some there, but come along and have a look at my strawberry patch. Now, like I said, she's made out of, sorry, you're a bit crooked now, aren't you? She's made out of reclaimed tin. So, there we go. So my chicken coop, again, reclaimed tin. All right, so basically that's my garden. So you can see the strawberry, you can see the adult plants, and then some babies. So I'll just give you a quick overrun of my strawberry bed. So one of my passion fruit, two of my passion fruit. Those ones have done fairly well. They're still going okay. Strawberry, lots of strawberries happening there. An Ola plant, one of my new planted passion fruit, the passion fruit that went well and then kind of died off, and my other passion fruit that's going okay. And then I had another one in there which has died, and I had another one, oh, there, that died, and another one here that also died. But as you can see, I'm starting to get lots of strawberry plants and baby. Okay, so now is the time for me to give them some more, another mulch. And as you can see, I've still got some mulch in there, but most of it's gone away. So I'm going to remulch today, and I thought I'd bring you along to watch me. So I hope you enjoy this quick little video of me in a really hot, stinking day. But when jobs have to be done, jobs have to be done. All right. So like I said, this is just a bought bag of sugarcane mulch, and I do try and put it fairly thick, but not too thick in the fact that it will stop the water getting in. Okay, everyone, welcome back. Sorry, my camera overheated twice, so I've had to come back and start again. Now, there was some wind at this time. I don't know if you can tell with the plants behind, but there was also fires going on. So it was quite smoky and my voice didn't sound great. Neither did my voice really project over. We had we had lots of sirens going due to the fires. So anyway, here I am just going through and I'm cutting the baby plants from the mother plants. So I'm cutting all those runners, any ones that the baby has actually fully planted itself in the soil. Any that are still just sitting on top or haven't really got their roots dug in the soil, I have still left attached to the mother plant. Now, the reason for doing this is a few. One, once they are actually rooted into the garden, they no longer need to be taking energy from the mother plant, and so I've snipped that off. That way they can fully grow themselves. Second of all, I want the mother plant to be able to either grow more runners or to be able to grow flowers so that I get strawberries. And so it's a case of you've got to make sure that you separate the baby from the mother as soon as it's good enough or rooted enough that it will actually take and not just die off. There's no point in me foregoing strawberries if I'm going to cut off the babies too soon. So anyway, as you can see here, I'm now up to the mulching and I'm adding the mulch throughout the garden bed. And it is a little bit hard to see at the beginning, but what I do is I sort of start off by doing it bit by bit, and then I looked at my bag and thought I don't have a lot, so I started actually throwing out large clumps in areas and then going back and spreading that out just to ensure that I did get enough where it was needed. I'm also doing it this way so that I can spend a little bit more time where needed, but at the same time not actually taking me too long. Anyway, so as you can see, I'm just throwing it out, and I hope you enjoy watching me spread some mulch. I know it's not really all that entertaining, I guess, but it's one of those jobs that always has to be done, and yeah, it makes a good job of the garden. So now that I have done that, this is only, like I said, it's only a quick video just showing you me doing little jobs around the place. And that was one that I've been trying to get to for ages, but I've got to it now. Couldn't have picked a better day for myself though. I'm absolutely sweating. And anyway, thank you for joining me. I know that my strawberries are going to be a lot happier now that they're mulched, so that is a good thing. I'm going to use a lot less water. They're not going to get so stressed out during the heat because they've got that mulch there to protect what moisture is in the ground. And now that I have cut the babies away from the mama plants, those mums will probably want to, they'll be able to produce flowers and fruit because they're not providing their energy to the babies. So as you can see, a couple of those strawberries already had a fair few flowers and strawberries on them, and they're ones that I've already cut the babies away from. They're some of my older strawberries, so they were the first ones in the ground, so they had more time to start growing babies and for those babies to get to a decent size and therefore be completely rooted so I could disconnect them. Anyway, I will leave those for the now, and I am going to try and buy some more strawberries probably in the next maybe 2 to 4 weeks, but I want to do it one after Christmas, but 2 after this heat wave because I don't want to be doing it when it's really hot. So I will get some more strawberries in that ground. However, when I do that, I'm actually going to build myself another garden bed, probably along with the chicken coop as well, same sort of thing, so I can provide some shade for the chickens. It'll be a garden bed, but it's a dual purpose garden bed. I can give shade to the chickens, I can provide shelter for them for the sun and the rain when it needs to be, but I also have a garden bed that is protected from the wind and the elements, and if anything comes near it, like for instance the roos or whatever, I have sensor lights on my chicken coop, so the lights tend to scare them away anyway, which is why my strawberries are lasting so much better than some of my other crops are, because they don't have sensor lights on them. Anyway, thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for joining me. Happy Sunday. Stay safe, everyone. Have a great one, and thanks for joining Lindsay, or myself, Lindsay, on Rented Space Homestead. Bye.